Testing. Testing. Okay, seems like we are live. I don't know if we got some new update. Probably they announced it during Igomol Binary. Igomol, I keep saying it wrongly. I believe. Let's see. Used to have some gens stored. Getting super close to 1.5 thousand days of loading on this game. It's being life. What? 7 heroes in a SaGa Soul banner. Oh, that was unexpected. I was expecting 7 heroes, but not together with a SaGa Soul banner. Oh, of course I'm skipping the SaGa Soul. 7 heroes banner would be amazing because it's 7 heroes on a 10% banner. Good for both paid and free posts. In the meanwhile, let me post that we are live here on our Discord server. 7 heroes time, I was thinking about Joe. But it's not. Also welcome, friend. Think you're free? Yeah, it is. Octo, you are planning on pulling? So we'll be doing the book, but we can also be discussing everything else. I'll stop my grind here and start from first page. I was hoping for Joe, but this is just as good. Oh, that's great. I believe so as well. It is as good because many of these styles there are good. They will always provide you with something. What are your main targets for now? Do you have any idea? 6 or 7 were good on Joe. Joe? No, JP. Makes sense. Oh, challenge stage. I don't remember if this was a AoE setup or what. Hey, let's go. It'll be a high vol. Yeah, we are probably looking at a Gold Minus award. Really. Gold minus, no, gold plus or gold, whatever. It will be gold. It's a must banner. And we will also probably get the conquest as well. Let me go to the bathroom in the meanwhile. And also heat up some water. Hey, the enemies are still there. It's because this is a challenge stage, right? Corejo is here, welcome. Octus has ended up summoning for Liz, Madeline, Evelyn, and Tsubaki. But also got PP. Who is PP? Who is PP? Welcome, Lunatic Screamer, as well. There's summoning for 2 characters, Octo. Ah, Pink Punch. Pink Punch. Why did you pull for Pink Punch as well? Pull. Oh my. Every day, a new thing. So this is the the first part of the first page. Leader. There's a portal that leads me here. Multiple enemies weak 2. Oh, they are permanent, the same. Non-weak type. Okay. Didn't want her, just got her. Ah, okay. But you wanted the Noon, right? Or did you want Tsubaki? No, pretinha. It's kind of like a boss fight. What? It is kind of like a boss fight. We got special stage. Oh my goodness. We'll have to make a full working squad on Auto then? You. We're gonna use Imperial Cross and create something that works on Auto. For News instead of Hannibal. I don't know. Mikhail works well. He's dexterity based. Mirror Lot instead of Shaw. Special stage in 2 waves. Really bad, man. Who else is? Mikhail, Metroarch may stay. Switch Katarina out for Needard. But if he does not land weak attacks, it's not gonna help much, right? Maybe someone that gives damage but also some support. It's not related to any gimmick. Maybe Creator. Not sure. Who else is... Maybe neither. Lucifer Martins is female. In this game we have lots of female characters because, you know, gacha games. Gacha games really love Emiyu characters. Who are the gacha players they love? Probably the gacha players. Spider Charm. Ring of Crimson. Sweet Charm. That's it. Now just equipping them all with the best stuff I have. So many cards needing of Gauntlet. All of them. Funny enough. Actually, we can give the Azure Night outfit together with the dress. You're gonna be here for a while, get your drinks. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I was not expecting this. I'm gonna start with Shining Glory with Matriarch. Even increasing it to 10. I don't think she has 13, right? She does not. That's a great way to start this. Or maybe just leave it on 8. Mickey will be using his Justice Cross or Eclipse Universe Justice Cross. AoE. And that's it. So are these fights much like the dragons of the other books? And I also have to change a little here. Matriarch to be moved. You have a ton of HP, man. On. Ew. Why did they want to do this? This is still artificial content. It's not hard. Round 1. Fight. There's still round 2. What the hell? And enemies that are not weak to anything even, just to make it even worse. For people who like me, who enjoy doing mental gymnastics to figure out an optimal team to farm the stage on 299. Jiju? Are these things vulnerable to IQ? Usually not. I didn't check. Finally. The hell? Maybe just use the Rainbow Rangers, Great Rangers formation anyway. Instead of this one. Have a perfect setup for this. Let me just fix the squad already, so that I don't need to do it again. This is really artificial, man. Really, really artificial. This doesn't really impact the game. It's just slowed down doing things. It's not a challenge at all. It just wastes time. But okay, let's go here and check what we have. Probably clicking on grasses. Yes, I'm tired of clicking on grasses. But they always have something. There is a boss stage. And there is this icon. We probably have to use something. Yeah, a lantern. We don't have a lantern yet. So let's go to the second. Heat based. I have a heat based squad here. Just to the challenge stage if you really want to get a particular station 99. But I don't think it's so needed, Lunatic. You actually miss your time later. Because eventually you can level 99 with stamps. And also by doing it by sleep time, you will level up to 99 as well. There's a stage that is harder, like those with, I don't know, even those. Any stage that you level up by night will be 99 when you wake up. We're trying to optimize resources, but it's unnecessary. I don't know, maybe we can't help. Some people can help. Sometimes I cannot help as well. Just go and do it. But speaking about the 7 Heroes banner, guys, were you expecting this? And which characters are you planning on pulling? I want to get ScherBR, because I have all ScherBRs, and now I have almost all 4 uses. I want to get Noel, Bolkon, maybe want to get Vagnus, Brock. Well, I think only Kazinski is not really a target, but he's not bad too. So, I don't know. It will depend on which cards I'm getting, but I can go to PT. I'll be invested. I like ScherBR. I summoned it on all ScherBR banners. He was not always a target though, but I summoned all his banners. I have all of his styles. His new style is pretty cool though. It's gonna benefit from his inheritance. This treasure chest also drops armor battles. It's probably the best time to grind those. What do we have to offer here? Rope. Again, a rope. No worries, let's go here. Let me do this stage. Better question is who's gonna summon the SaGa Soul Banner? Maybe they just drop the SaGa Soul Banner to move on from it. I don't know how they can pull on that. Maybe the biggest fans. Biggest fans of all time. Let me check here the timeline. Ah, they were just after Joe's banner. Joe be with Igomol then? Igomol. Keep saying her name wrongly. Hey, what's happening here? The enemy's not dying. 7 years and SaGa Soul. Hey Pong, yes, unlimited SaGa fans. Do we have many of them? Myron fans. Who is Myron? The unlimited SaGa girl? She does have cool art. But unlimited SaGa fans suffer a little. They don't have many characters or styles. On JP she's called Michelle? Why me, Michelle? Ah, she has weak point as well for blunt. And then it's just 1 turn. They're totally gonna change that for 2 turns. Single target stages have much more HP, especially the challenge ones. And this is not challenge, it's what? A special stage, I guess. Really, really bad. Maybe I should just overdrive now. They are not attacking. I think I've got all the SaGa Scarlet Grace styles so far. All of them. So you are going to pull here. Because there is Siegfried, right? The other one is from SaGa, Game Boy games. What does this Siegfried even do? Weakened defense. I just can't pull on such a banner. Octo always pulls for those kinds of styles. Charles saving the day instead of dying for once. Seems like you hate Charles, huh? You hate... who else? There was one. Paulus. You hate Paulus and now you hate Charles as well. What did Charles do to you? Minstrel. You hate Minstrel as well. A hater. This is probably not a real stage. Click multiple times on the zombies. Man, why would anyone need 2000 Roman Sing medals? Why? Okay. I got to this book. Imagine needing romancing battles. He also hates S's word cat. You are right. You remember all left side. Enemies. AoE. Lightning. And cold. Michelle was bad in limited SaGa. Her best use was taking hits to keep the damagers alive longer. I wonder if she'll play like that. Ah, you mean like a tank? Interesting. I'm already going to equip them with the right stuff. Ring of Crimson. Whatever can equip this. They usually try to replicate the main mechanic the character was known for. Like Fuyo can debuff dexterity. Interestingly enough, she has very high dexterity on Romancing SaGa too. She's too hot. The mechanic of being bad? Oh, a tank? It's needed sometimes. And tomorrow we'll be doing a banner talk, right? Again, I think we just have to click multiple times. Let me do the challenge version of this stage as well. Didn't kill a target. The free has provoke. Taunt. Mage with taunt. Not very high endurance and will. But I do believe that they changed the status of the enemies on global. Because they keep buffing endurance and will for all 4 characters. Why do they do that? You can hardly see any character with lower than 100% endurance now. If they do that, it's because they are buffing boss status, I believe. Because of so many global axe changes. I also have to open the JP web page that shows what you need to do. Drove away the demonic beasts. I have to click multiple times just like the zombies. We're using the same idea. Drop a treasure chest. We could click on the purple flame, but we can't. Right side. Enemy. I should also change the order of these characters, but all of them have fast skills. Don't matter much. We are on record of Dawn. So we are on record of Bones. Wait, do we only have 4 more books on JP? Do you know about that, Eikai? It looks like this book came early than normal. We have record of the Dawn, Midori's record, record of Fate, and Vacation record. 4 more. If they want to stay 3 months behind, then they will speed up on yet another book pretty soon. Seven Heroes banner. Let me check when they will release it. Doesn't feel like it was so much ago. It was on March. If it was on March, you're only 4 months behind JP? Oh. 4.5. You were 8, then 7, then 6, now 4.5. You want to stay 3 months behind. Embarrassing. Maybe they didn't want to book drop the same time as Conquest. They did that once. Yeah, it was a lot of things to do. Now we will be done with the book. We can go to the Conquest. That will increase the status yet again. So grind all your characters once more. This is making a square with a cross inside. Kinda wasting time with... Not that much time though. When we get to the special stage that we'll have to change the squad again, no better stay with this. What else to do here? Maybe nothing else. Yup. Maybe that's it. The third. He does not say clear though. Something is hidden. Let me check here the JP website. Record of bones. Ah, for this I totally do homework. Shadows lurking in the waterworks. No, there's nothing else, I guess. You don't know. Recreation room. You don't even say anything about recreation room here. There's yet another website that also does this. Let me see. Bones records. Puzzles. No particular mystery to solve? Yeah. What am I missing, guys? Am I blind? Did you unlock the Uncharted Tower on the last page? Where can I find the stones? I'm still doing all of this myself. Sila Twitch. I'll eventually do it. You stay here or check later? You're staying. Thank you. Purple Black Cave. No mystery to solve. There's not many mysteries to solve on this time. Yeah. Just long fights. He's not good for this. I only used him because the past stage was on column. Legion Spear. Such a cool attack. Still round 1, man. Maybe it's better to just restart. Yeah, it's better to just restart. Maybe just keep using Mirlot. Mirlot works even when it doesn't. Especially with this lightning squad. Use the same for all. Although in this one, I don't have a real fast attacker that always goes first. Too many fast skills. Applegun, what do you think about the announced banners for tomorrow? You have to check the buffs they will make to global, but this character is already good enough, Applegun. It's a must-have, must-pull banner. No matter what you get there, it's a 10% banner with 7% premium styles. So even with free gens, you have better value. It's one of the best banners to summon. You don't do that often. Only sometimes you have 7 heroes on a banner. The next time they will do something like this will be way later. 5 units for Romancing Saga 3. But 5 units means 5%. This is the last time that they are gonna do a 7 type character banner. We had 10 units on a banner with the robots, but they were not nowhere near as close. Everyone should pull on these banners, to be honest. Everyone. Challenge version. Nice. Let's if they get buffed even more. I think they will buff all of them, even if just a status. Some will get better buffs than others. They don't need to buff rock, but they may. Oh, I got yet another style on JP, a summer one. Rock has a lot of styles. This rock also applies weak marker for lightning. She can be used with Kihachi squads. What the hell? Or lightning squad buffs. As if they were not good enough yet. But you know that it's always good to pull for famous characters. You always get more styles and you get inheritances. The problem is that they are pricey. Sometimes you get a style that with only one premium version can do everything. Like Leon. Well, we had Global X Leon, but this guy doesn't need inheritance, will stay relevant. But if you like, for example, Leon, how many times have we need to pull for him Leon? A lot of times. I'll make an AoE slash squad because I'll need. Or maybe Kihachi can do this. Let me check. Oh, well, she does versus AoE. You need, I think, 3 hits to kill each one of them. They died. Sadly, she won't have enough BP now. Maybe they should release a style that can give 20 BP on start for everyone. Increase the cap and then give 20 BP. Imagine. So I believe most people will be skipping the SaGa Soul banner. You can't pull on all banners unless you are a collector. And imagine pulling for SaGa Soul and skipping Joe. That can happen. Cats are fighting. Because of course they are. They hate each other. I have 3 cats that don't like each other. Ah, that was the challenge version of the fight. This is the normal one, so it will be faster. No more fighting Poker Kinho. Poker Kinho is funny. It's Popo Kinho. Popoquinho. Let me see if he comes, because he usually don't come when I call him. He slowly comes, then keeps looking at me. Takes minutes to decide. Oh. Here. Popoquinho. What are you doing, human? Okay. Poker King. He's frightened. Are you frightened, Popoquinho? He is so cute and he knows about it. Look at his eye. He came. Two minutes calling? That's your Poker King. Doesn't play poker. Cats don't play poker. It's adorable. He is. Plays with me the whole day. More than Pertinha. Pertinha sleeps like double the times. Joyce Mango, my friend, sending a gift to Doze Beer. Is Doze Beer here? Thank you so much for doing that. Guys, let's say thanks to our friend and send some virtual hugs. Emojis. Thanks so much. Joyce Mango. Let's send some virtual hugs. IMBM also sent. Thank you so much, my friend. Really helps out. I hope Doze is here to see this. Good old Doze. Indeed. The fake fan. I mean, the biggest fan. This looks like a formation of sorts, right? Is it? Oh my gosh. Special fight. Alright, let's go. 2 waves as well. Will they keep doing this, Eikai? Do you know? The filter removes the cat. Yeah. Wanted to show the cat is playing here nearby. Querinho. No, I got the guy. He's smart. I'm gonna show you. I want to remove the filter. Um pouquinho. Whoa, when I remove the filter, the green screen bugs a little. A little, to not say a lot. Pouquinho. Ah. He's far away now. Wicked Witch! Weak to Pierce at least. Assault's not that bad. Escape, yeah, too much love. Oh, thank you! Speed it up, things up. Oh my gosh, thanks so much! Who did that? Gens for Myron. Ah, it must have been Juice Mango. Or Doug. But I think it... I can't say who is yet. But thank you so much, James, for Myron. I'm not going to pull for Myron. I need to pay the bills. They are important. It was not you. Oh, Doug, thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate your help, man. I said it was one or the other. Juice denies everything. It does. Thanks so much, Doug. That's in the Trinity, the Virtual Hugs, the Vibration Mode, and the Virgo sign. Thank you. It's with the donations that we can keep the channel alive mostly. The views are declining. I know I said that before. I'm trying to work on that. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. It's hard for me, but I'm doing. I have to... Alright, now you need to see this. Look at the cat. Coqueirinho. He's trying to open the door. Try sometimes. Sometimes he also throws some of his stuff that he plays from below the door, and I have to get him back. Oh, can't run. You're locked here. You can't run, Pokerinho. You need to play poker with Mumu. Play poker. Imagine teaching a cat to play poker. This keeps messing around. We did the challenge version, the normal version. Looks like this is the end. There are many rocks here. Always click the rocks. Are you clicking the rocks, Doug? That should do it. Yes, simple stage. Looks like some of this twice. I do thrice. Looks like some of the stages are shorter, but we have the special version of the fight, so it takes more time. So you haven't finished the book. I just clear a stage or two a day. I see. I'm just doing it right now, Doug, because I was expecting them to release either a new conquest or more content, and I saw opportunity to finish this as soon as possible. You randomly click sometimes at the map and there are mystery treasures. There were some that were terrible. They were invisible. Remember that you had to click like the C on a refactor picture. Some were totally hard. Got like 4 stages left to 99 in the new book. Lunatic Screamer, you are really a hardcore player. For sure. Challenge version. I have some good news of my friend. I could not visit him today again because he was actually put on emergency, but he's recovering. He's even replying. He's using the cell phone now. Just saying that we need to watch, you know, Wolverine and Deadpool. Or Deadpool and Wolverine. Are you guys Team Wolverine or Team Deadpool? Yeah, well, he's a strong one. He's stronger than me. Thanks. SaGa. You work on the cinema? Whoa! That's cool. You probably already watched it, right? Namely said there's 3 secret pages. 3? Well, that's a lot. It's full. It must be. I hardly watch movies now, but there's one good thing about I go to the cheapest one on my city. And it's always free and cheap. I don't know, it's because this mall had an accident some time ago. Even past year it had one, and then 20 years ago as well. And people don't go there as much as they go in other cinemas or whatever. And when you go there, it's always free and cheap. You did? You had early access? That's awesome. No spoilers, please. I know you will not say, but... Well, we can just use Nadart on this, right? But Mickey will also work. Early access. When I was younger, I had a friend that worked on the cinema, and I would pay only one ticket to watch 2 movies. Oh my, why did I do that? Money was scarce. But family was even worse. He allowed everyone to watch for free. But I paid the first ticket. Oh man. Free tickets, of course. They can call some people every month, I don't know, 5 people to give free tickets. At least this friend of mine on this specific cinema had a chance to. But I will always pay. Same. Nice. At least the first ticket. Will not always watch 2 movies, because watching 2 movies can be a little tiresome. Some movies are just so good as a spectacle that you wanna rest a little after watching it. Can you go eat something or go to your house, discuss with your friends, stuff like that. Look at the cat again, doing stuff. Poroquinho! Gonna jump on my hand. Poroquinho! Jump! I just said that you're gonna jump! Just because I said he doesn't want to. Oh, another boss. Let me do the challenge version first. At least Nadar is gonna do a lot of damage. He is strong versus enemies weak to blunt. Ah, one thing I wanna... Since we are doing these things that take a lot of time to finish, I was thinking about making a video explaining the situation with Penny Blood. Anyone here that's a fan of Shadow Hearts probably knows about the spiritual successor. Anyone here knows? Let's say in the comments. I saw a video from David Vink talking about it, and there's some information that are interesting to share. It's been happening quite a lot recently. Companies are, well, doing kickstarts, and they asks for money that is not enough to complete the game. Oh, 3 million. Didn't kill it. They are asking for money that is not enough to make the game, and then the game may not even release because of it. Just watched a video about that game, thinking of playing Covenant. Oh, did you? Unfair Bandicoot. Do you have a link? If you have, please share me a link, because I wanted to make a video on a separate channel talking about it. It's now actually pretty known, the behind the scenes, why they are doing it like that. It's because they can never actually ask for what it takes to make a game. I believe that to make a Penny Blood they will need at least 6 million, but they were asking for much less than that. They think that the stretch goals will actually help provide enough to make the game. Some of the stretch goals were already included in the original idea, but they separate it because they think the community will actually want those. But in the case of Shadow Hearts, and actually Penny Blood, it's that they ask it for very low amounts of money. And that's why sometimes people hate producers. Video about the first Shadow Heart, they're talking about the Kickstarter. Ah, but there's no video discussing the behind the scenes, I guess. So they ask it for... How much did they ask again? Some people really don't understand that, but it's also their own fault for doing it. Let me see how much they asked first. There was a double Kickstarter, they call it like that. And it was about the Wild Arms and Shadow Heart's spiritual successors. I am a fan of Wild Arms 1, 2, and 3. And a big fan of Shadow Hearts. Of course I am. Let me see here if I can click on stuff. Oh, now we got normal items. And the passage parchment. Okay. Keep moving. Next one. Let me enter a fight so I'll keep talking so that we don't waste time. So they asked for... Okay. 100 million yens. How much is 100 million yens? It's around 650,000 US dollars. How do you think they can make 2 JRPGs with 650 USD? Impossible. Totally impossible. Really impossible. They even said that they would deliver the game by March 2025. Forget it. It's only going to release by 2026 at least. And I say both games, even Armored Fantasia, that's Wild Arms' successor, maybe by end of 2025, who knows. But that's totally not going to release March 2025. And that's, you know, developers' fault, but it's also related to the expectations that they have. They believe that, yeah, people will always exceed the minimum goal, and breaking the minimum goal will make, you know, free news articles for you that will drive more donations that will eventually lead to the development of the game. But this is really strange. So they managed to clear all the stretch goals, all of it. There were not a stretch goal left behind. Even then, they are proceeding like, you know, turtles, taking months and months to update stuff. There's a reason for that as well. Lack of a producer. People that goes and says, no, you cannot make this game with this money. You cannot release this game in such a short amount of time. And usually when those ex-developers leave a company and start their own, they don't have a producer. They usually hate producers because they are the ones that goes and say, okay, let's scale the game back, let's skip this and that, and release it. And this is sometimes important. You need to know when to stop. You need to know your limits. I remember that was pretty strange that it happened with Mighty Number 9, the Kickstarter from Keiji Inafune, because he was a producer. People said he was a producer, and he still had a lot of problem releasing that game. Only producers will understand that type of stuff. How much money you need to do stuff. Also, they were also planning on getting a publisher that will give them more money to actually make the game, because that much was not enough. We all know that. That's how, you know, it happened with the Eiyuden Chronicles. They got more money from their publisher in order to really make the game. And Eiyuden Chronicle had a lot of feedback from Kickstarter. I just logged into Mike number 9 Kickstarter and there are 393,000 comments. I believe most of them are meme. People making jokes. Of course they did. It's not easy. I'm not putting the fault on the creators. Creators are creators. They need sometimes restraint. Someone to say, hey, hey, stop. Okay, moving on. 3 enemies only? I doubt. The good thing about Mickey is that he can be used on the new formation that boosts dexterity for farming. He overrides delay as well. He always goes first. It's probably even better now. The treasure chest, what else? Seems that there's something here. No, it's just background art. No, there's something here. Frozen cave. Ah, maybe the challenge version of the fight. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with the feedback. People saying I'm irritated for the lack of feedback. It's hard. Kickstarters are all about fate. It's more about fate than the game itself. I think that going back to UniverSe, they believe those free quest system in all books related to be part of a single player experience, and they now believe it's part of the game. But it's also, you know, community based because most of the secrets are not easy to uncover, and they share on the websites. Probably the first ones that complete make a video about on JP as well. JP is also getting new protagonists pretty soon. Maybe they would change the system yet again. I don't know. I feel like it gets tiring a little. Treasure chest. Complete stage 2 by getting 400,000 in one hit. If my need art attacks, he's going to do that. He'll probably attack, but I will just use normal with everyone besides him. $800,000. He's pretty close for a 1 million per hit. Now speaking about UniverSe again, I saw some people saying the Valor has value, but imagine investing on characters for Wells of Challenge. You get 100 gens per week. It's even worse than Final Island. Do you guys remember how many gens we got from Final Island back in the days? It was not much, right? I don't remember it being much. All dead. No one said anything? I think we use it to get around 300 gens from Final Island. Not much more than that. My memory is bad. The devil is back on it again. Little devil. I have to remember to keep talking as well during my live streams, because if I don't keep talking, Square Enix... It's not Square Enix themselves, but they copyrighted almost all SaGa songs. And if they think you're not talking too much during a video, you're actually playing the soundtrack fully. And that leads to copyright claims. Aha, we need enemy weak to Pierce. If you stay like 1 minute without talking much, they will probably be flagged. And because of the game soundtrack that's playing when you're fighting the enemies. He gets BP when he kills, right? Not all farmers are like that. So, Unfair Bandicoot, you said that you watched a video about the first Shadow Hearts. So, are you a fan of Shadow Hearts as a whole, or just one of the games? Many people don't like the third. Some people don't like the second. Not common, though. Ah, you never play it. Just so you know, Shadow Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time. It got past Suikoden 2. Suikoden 2 is probably the second favorite game of all time. All games they got spiritual successors. Another fave game of all time for me is Digital Devil's SaGa. We will never see many people talking about this game. It's a pretty unique one. Really good one as well. Have you heard about Digital Devil SaGa? Anyone here? I also didn't saw that message, Sila. You said that you are totally right. Sometimes we have like Harry Potter marathons. Some people go home mid-film because it's too exhausting. 3 hours films, right? Also, they were celebrating Harry Potter this year in Brazil. They re-released it all. Well, maybe not all, but most movies again. And there were a lot of people watching. Clicking on crystals. That's it. I guess. Challenge stage. They're gonna take a while to die. At least this will hit them all. Even if they are not weak. So maybe you spend more time with the fights than with solving puzzles. Much more time. The bottom enemy is considered a devil, I guess. It is strange because it could be seen as the trumpeter from the Apocalypse. It kind of looked like. It's Bune's imp. Ah yeah, Bune's demons. But it kind of looks like the trumpeter. First one to die. Was being hit with critical damage. Four turns. Finish it. I guess. Yes. Any of the enemies are weak to pierce, that helps. Ah, boss fight. What is this path? Ah. Usually when there's something around a circle, you should click on the middle. Ah, a good question for those around the chat. How's it been your completion of our challenge so far? Like, I have only missing the 7 heroes fight, while I have cleared everything else. But what about you? Is there any boss fight that you haven't cleared yet? Ah, you wanted to write that there was a hidden treasure, thank you. I found. Hope I didn't miss any other before. The first page still had a strange stage that... Whoops. What? Maybe I had to do the challenge version. I didn't say clear even though I did everything. Which quest? I was talking about the first page, actually probably the third quest. If I'm not mistaken, the third. Have to check. Ah, you're talking about, yes, I was talking about hard content. And how many of those hard content you've beaten so far? Maybe better to say the ones that you haven't. Attacks, yes. Strange. Ah, you have to click multiple times. Redstone tribute. Those stones. 47 out of 67 done. Okay, power creep will help you beat many of those, I'm sure. No need to worry. It's also a good way to store gems, right? I think your problem is I don't have a good team for the fights. So are you a new player? Nothing to click here. Since the quarantine. Had a long break. Many people did. Many people are having new breaks as well. We have to use an item here. Ah, the passage parchment. You can click here? Oh. Ah, the first rock. Since the new update, it captured your interest again. Ah, what did catch your interest? A new character or content? Records. Oh, that's interesting. You like the single play aspect of it? The kind of looks like a console game, right? I think that's what they were trying to approach. Oh yeah? Interesting. What should I be clicking? Maybe there's an order? I don't think so. There should be another fight. Makes sense, but what am I missing here? I did click that rock, maybe multiple times is needed. Now that the fight is done, we can go and use a passage ticket. Oh, it opened a third road. Boss. Special boss. Great. That should be pretty slow. Yeah, no, they're fighting a boring one. No weakness. Ah, this is gonna take a while. Imagine that people can self-impose some challenges, like only using freestyles. In that way, you can treat it as a console game of sorts. At least the enemy never does enough damage to kill us. I was checking something interesting on the channel. News videos didn't always have more views than the full reviews. They usually did, but not by much. Now sometimes they double the number of views than their full reviews. I think I also made a mistake on the channel. I should try to get back to the full review on day 1 schedule. That happened because of the constant content update. That was also getting out of hand. But maybe I should try harder to get back to the original schedule of releasing day 1 review and day 2 review. There's a lot of reasons why I changed the schedule though. Too much content sometimes, but also to test some of the new styles because they are just so complex now. Sometimes I wanted to test characters before making full reviews. Because if you're not testing, then that is all theory craft. You can make a review without actually really testing the unit if you know all the systems of the game and you can predict all case scenarios, but it's not really easy. You can make a review without testing the unit and it becomes poor. You can miss the point. That may happen. But maybe I'm taking too much time to release the videos. But I really like it to that game is the 2x speed. They never did that, right? I think they said that they wouldn't at one point when JP players were asking. But they can change their mind. Now let's use the passage parchment. Lock at another portal. Or treasure chests. Just that? Still doesn't say I did everything. What is wrong then? Painted Garden. Let me check JP. Resource. Doesn't say anything. Maybe just need to beat a different difficulty. Yes, challenge difficulty. Is anyone else still on the chat? You only have 7 people watching now. What do you think? Is this a bad thing? You know, waiting to release reviews to be a little more sure about the impact of the units, because they are a little more complex these days. Should I focus more on the time of release? First of all, don't put you into a lot of pressure. Hard to, this is my daily job. It's where my main source of income comes. I decided at one point in the past to make it my full-time work. This may change if something doesn't happen in the near future, but we'll see. Ah! Second stage. Challenge part again. I feel like this is gonna take more time than I expected. Maybe I'll have to cut it down to 2 parts. You're getting close to midnight time, and I feel like we need to do a lot of things. Maybe tomorrow morning, but early morning has to be. The enemy's not dying. Is this a challenge fight? Oh! These things really take a lot of time. Maybe we need 3 elemental attacks. Cover more ground. Yeah, I think I will cut down and do 2 strings. It will take much more time than I thought. Much more. But let's finish at least this part. Cher, was nice to have a convo with you. 5 AM! Oh, be careful, go to sleep. Yes, see you next time. Thanks so much for passing. 5 a.m. is a little too early than late, right? It's cheap mountain. Let's go to the left. Complete 1 in 4 actions. Let's go. 4 actions. Let me see if I can do one out. Ah, elemental enemies. I prefer if we KO attacks. Ah, no. She attacked. This is already a lot of actions. Archons says, I like it having the review on day 1 because the craving to pull is too strong and your videos help a lot with the decision. Ah, thanks for replying, Archons. That's good to hear. It's feedback I need to check. People voice are God's voice, right? I think most people made the decisions if they were gonna pull on the banner or not in the first 5 or 6 days at most. Yeah. I'll have to make the videos always based on theory crafting then. Because I won't be able to test them. Some years ago, some months even, it was easier to do that because... Look, what was Mirza back then? A character that could counter direct attacks with a sun skill. He could heal. And we could compare him to other units. And that was about it. Now a character has so many effects in its list that there's a lot to be considered. Even to check the real values of the characters, because many times we get confused. Because they say, oh, large, extra large, very small. There's a lot more to consider and we'll have to think about it on day 1. Not impossible though, but I might make more mistakes if I follow that route. If I do, I'll have to make videos amending, saying, oh, I was wrong about this character. I did that in the past. Happens to everyone. But I can probably do that as well. But yeah, when talking about gachas, people are super excited to pull. Some people always pull in all banners. I heard that more often than you think. They pull like 1, 2, or 3 times in all banners. They never have gens. But they are happy playing that way. They play with what the game gave them. That's why the news videos have a lot more views, because they are released before banner day. They are super fast. Because I have to figure out a way to not release bad videos for that for the algorithm. And make some other videos a little more faster. Some videos are not watched by many, like remembrance videos. You type remembrance and see the biggest views on remembrance videos. Also I stream and also release offline videos, so there's some conflict there. People that watch the live stream sometimes don't want to watch the video version. And sometimes people only watch the video version, and I try to cover both grounds because the video version is resumed. Yeah, kit nowadays seems much more complex. Some styles have a lot of effects in a single skill. Yeah, imagine Madeline. I was not batting so much in Madeline. Now? Whoa, after seeing her in Kihachi squads? It's a real increase in damage. It's part of the power creep that they are trying to push on. They are removing our options to buff, because buffing was what would increase our damage, buffing status. Then they started allowing us to use attack boosts, but they have lower values. Now they are allowing us to have elemental attack boosts that have higher values, and elemental defense down that have higher values to kill enemies before they become berserk. So it's all complex and need to be taken in consideration. I was thinking of utilizing your Discord community to test something you want, and of course. What would it be? Tell me. There's more stuff related to squad building now than it was before. Because although a unit could actually perform better in a combo, like, okay, Mirza plus who? I don't know, actually, at the start of the game, we only thought about, let me bring a healer, a buffer, a debuffer, and so on. They were more standalone. Healer will heal. Now we have to think about, you know, combinations, like Forneus plus Kihachi, Forneus plus Therese. Back then, it was more about, you know, kinda, Matriarch will buff Leon via Pen of Peace. That was probably the first time that we had synergy. Real synergy. Ludwig. Special. When was the last time you asked for that? The review schedule? I don't think I ever did. Wow, Ludwig will resist a lot of the elementals. But we have Pierce at least, and he does not resist Pierce. Ah! 5 characters. I think tomorrow I'll ask in my community part of YouTube if people have quit the game and the reasons why. You say to test stuff before I can fully make the review. But back then I had reviews released before releasing the character. So people cannot test. Unless I release the day after video 1 and 2 days after video 2. I cannot release 2 reviews in the same day because people don't usually watch. I have to release in one day and the other in the another day. 30 minutes videos are complex. I myself will not watch like 2 videos of 40 minutes of the same creator multiple times. Only hardcore players will do that. What a big fight. This is what I think review is for the ones who wanted to pull in the first few days, in your opinion. Yeah, that's why I made that. We have now banner talk to actually avoid mistakes. And then we have the news. They are released even one day before the event goes live. And then the reviews take more time to be released. I don't think the reviews and previews from news videos are so different. I just get into more detail and compare to other units on my full reviews. I don't know what I can actually do. Yeah, review will cover more grounds, always cover more grounds. Comparisons, more details. The interval is also more explained on the full review. I don't know what to do, but I may need to do some stuff to keep the relevancy of the channel. But it's been a while since the last time I got a 1,000 views on our review. I managed to get even 3,000 in some years ago. It's usually for reruns. Only rerun banners got 3,000. But Global X Emperor banner was close to 3,000. When it's a rerun banner, you usually have more clicks. What about covering other gacha games? No, 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 Applegun. In this channel, it will be detrimental. I'll have to create another channel. Because YouTube algorithm actually punishes you if you do that. I tried to cover Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis as well. Lonely Ogress. What do they mean by Lonely Ogress? My cat is tapping on the keyboard. Ah! Another cat that can type. And detrimental for my health as well. There are many rocks here. Ah, you have to click multiple times indeed. You broke the rock. Oh, what? There's probably yet another portal here. Many rocks. It's a sign. Rock bouquet. Maybe covering something like Nikki or Brown Dust too. No, no. No. Seven Heroes banner review will be wild. 7 styles on a single banner. 1 hour video in call. The biggest one was 50 minutes, I believe. 50 minutes. What was it? There are some videos with 40 minutes when there was 4 or 5 styles. Or very complex styles. But let me check the biggest one. I had to remove details from my reviews when compared to my first ones. In the start I would say, oh, this style is better than the past one. The first style was released in this event, and I had to cut short a lot of things because it was unnecessary. And I also needed to save time. "44 minutes was GB SaGa, Human Male Asper Girl, and Mac. Whoa, I spent 44 minutes with that banner? If I was supposed to do it right now, I'll do 20 minutes. It's, you know, based on the time. Back then, I feel like I could do a 40-minute video. Now I can't. 10 robots banner where the banner mainly gave you dupes of Zeke. Same. Sure has always me and Asper spent a lot of time talking about her. That's funny. Steep mountain. Does it have another portal, Zadok? Because it felt strange that it looks like there's yet another portal here, but nothing unlocked. Let me click back. No, it says cleared. Giant Serpent Cave. Ah, it's upcoming. But friends, I will be back tomorrow because it's already midnight. I think it will take us like 2 more hours to finish this book. Probably. So I'll try to stream earlier tomorrow. Before we can make the banner talk stuff. 7 hours supposed to be better than the Joe banner. 7 heroes, you mean? Yeah. As for upcoming banners, I might have to skip both of them due to how much is spent during round 1. That's something that happens, Holly. If you summon too much, have to skip more. Big no, we'll see if there's any buffed units. They will buff, but less than the recent banners, of course. But about why I would not think about covering other gachas, Apple, is that I don't really feel all that good when covering gacha games. Because of many reasons. First, as a content creator, you have to be super fast to release stuff. That deals with my anxiety. I have anxiety issues, I have bipolar disorder. I travel between depression and anxiety a lot. I prefer when it's anxiety because it is still something that allows me to work. When I have depression periods, it's harder for me to work. But there's also the problem where I don't want to lead people into gambling. I know that I can actually accidentally do it. Because I'm saying, oh, this banner is good and people may not have gens and they may still purchase gens just to do that. But this game has a PG system, it's, well, okay-ish. So I don't feel that bad. But many games have very terrible gacha systems and I don't want to influence people into playing more and more and get a gambling edition because of that. Also, it's hard to cover games without polling, and then sometimes people will get maybe agreements with developers to get the characters for free. That may seem like, you know, you have access to all the styles to showcase stuff, and then that can lead to even more gambling edition. I don't know. I have to go other ways. I'm still working on it behind the scenes, and we'll see. But that's about it. Kind of the reason why I don't want to keep covering gachas. The only I would maybe cover would be Sword of Convalaria, because it has a non-gacha system for single-player mode if you want. That is a very specific thing, and the gameplay loop doesn't seem appealing to me. It's a tactical game, and I played tactical games for gachas, and they were very boring after a while. I don't know, man, how they can live for too long. You did not get Liz at all, Holiador. Maybe you can still if you decide to, because there will be Conquest, I guess. Lots of free gens. Hopefully you get what you want. Ah, Applegun just said about this Sword of Convalaria. I missed that part. But that's the thing, I don't know if the gameplay loop will stay at float. When is the release date? It should be very close. People are making a lot of videos about that game. I haven't played in years. I played past year the demo version. Let me see when I played. Played the Korean demo version of the game. Now it should be probably at least 1 year later. Sword of Convalaria. It was 20 of August 2023. That's exactly 1 year ago. This game has been a long time in the makings. You were super confident that Conquest is coming. Yes. Expect I cannot seem to find anything about the one happening during stage. I feel like Eikai said that it happens. Looks like Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah. It is very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. More than to Tactics Ogre. But a lot of people are hyping this game, but they are also hiring content creators. They are paying, I heard. So that could be a good thing, yeah. But I also still prefer to be community-based than company-based. You know, you guys can always trust me. When you make a contract with a company, it's not that you are sold out. But there may be things that will be based on the company point of view. than yours, this brings conflict. If it's a conquest to happen, then it would be nice for it to happen before Lisbonner ends. Hopefully, right? Oh, sure, I didn't know you had those issues since you don't see anxious when streaming. I try my best not to show my worst. Try to show you all my best, of course. There's way too much stuff in life to talk about bad stuff, right? But sometimes I need to talk when I'm discussing plans and real life. But don't worry, I am well. Like I said many times, I feel like it's a superpower. Because that's what lead me to actually ADHD in English. And sometimes when I have high anxiety, I can actually do a lot of things. Because anxiety drives me as well. But the depression part is bad. Because it keeps cycling between one thing and the other. Depends on also my real life state and emotional issues. It's alright. But many people have problems and they just don't know. It's part of life. Much more people than you think. Someone that you know. I don't know if Global X devs want to kill this game pretty soon. I don't think they will kill it so far. I mean, it's going to survive at least till December. At least. That I feel sacred about. You have at least the half anniversary. And next year, it all depends on when they announce SaGa Frontier 2 Remaster. We got a little more of a lag because of Romancing Saga 2 Remake. They don't want to kill this game. They will probably do some sort of promotion campaign. And then SaGa Frontier 2 Remaster will still keep this game alive, but not for long. Probably for 2 months after release, it will still be alive, and then I don't know what happens. Where's the conquest? That's your question. Starting with 8-star, are you high devs? Ah, you said that there is a conquest. Okay, maybe they will release a conquest with 7 heroes. Lahadia George says the problem with pulling for a list is that the more you pull, the more likely you need to pay gens for Joe. Yeah, think well about that if you can afford to purchase gens or not. Real life always comes first. You're messing with a unique event on JP this stage. It's like messing the Order of Emerald Beyond Banners. But they did that before. It's not the first time. Depends on the JP side. If JP keeps dying the same, we'll go for a global. Is it really dying on JP, Applegun? People say that it's dying. We have lost many global players. Many. From past half anniversary to this anniversary, we lost the biggest amount of players. And it was when they introduced the free quest system. I don't know if people really love this. Because you're grinding non-stop. We use it to grind non-stop. We didn't have such a system. Now we have, and it's actually making people drop. It's such a complexity. I feel like there's many reasons included, like playing the same game for too long. Complex systems. Characters being power creeped all the time. A lot of things that can leave you with a bitter taste. The practice, yeah, that Banner's catalyst set up to make free-to-play fail. Right now it is as well. If we all knew JPRAC, we would have, not pulled it for Global X Katarina back in the days and just use Welfare Gustav. Because we could probably beat content back then. We cannot right now. Back then we summoned it for convenience. Because we knew those characters were good. They were just a little better than the others. We pull it. If I knew that the power creep would lead to this, I would just skip it more. Because it was not really necessary to beat content. Now it is. Some characters were always necessary, like Matriarch, like Unity was in the past, like Null's daughter. But some units we pull it because of convenience. Applegun says don't play JP, but that's what I saw people saying. You think the issue is the power creep? Yeah, I keep hearing that. Now I won't call it power creep anymore, it's pull to play. They didn't make contents for a huge range of styles. They made them for the newest styles, banner they wanted to release at the same time. Yeah, but they can only get so far. Like, they can stop us from buffing and push us to use defense down mechanics. And then elemental attack boosts. What would they create next? They cannot stop the elemental buffers or defense down mechanics like they did with the status buffs. What would they stop us from using to create something new? Because that's what gacha does. When they release something that becomes meta, they need to break the meta and create a new one. So if agility buffing in Cheesy was meta, then they broke that. Then status buff still meta because of endurance and wheel scaling, then they broke that. Eventually, everything will have an end. There's some stuff that you cannot break, because they created stuff that cannot be removed. But they actually found ways to, because they allowed us to use so many defense boosts, they created bosses that have attack boosts and heat ups. That's a counter already. Then they all have it. Like, all have accuracy buffs. The main issue is constantly telling us, now you have to do this instead. Yeah, they already messed up with the third 7 heroes fight. Yeah, will they break up, heat up, and defense up? I don't think they will. That's something that they won't. There's only one clear in 30,000 people, could be even more. You think there's 30,000 people playing this game? I don't think there's that many. There may be between 15 to 20,000. But you know, because of the ranks, right? I remember there is some way to check. But it's also worrisome when you... on JP. On global, we may have low and less people playing. When you go to the Wells of Challenge, of course, not everyone will do it. I was a little worried. Click on Challenge and let's check. Before we go, Wells of Challenge. And click on the rank. Let's see if there are 500 people ranked. Okay, but day 1, I remember taking a lot of time to see 500 people. Like hours. Most games will not take that much. And when you look, there's many Chinese, Taiwanese names, Korean names. You can see actually 1 global name out of 4. Applegun was here. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's funny. You are here and then you are also on the ranking. So maybe 25% of the community is global based, and the remaining ones are Chinese, Korean, and Taiwanese. No, Chinese, Korean. Yeah, Taiwanese. And then Frog always on top. The guy really tries. Patrick. They are back to Patrick again. Final Emperor now. They start copying each other, right? Yeah, Emperor is on all squads. I said that I wanted a character that buffs when being hit, but I don't have Emperor. So they did. They brought him. And improved Mirror-Lot and Orluge damage. Interesting. Just clearing the fight for the rewards. So if you were just clearing for the rewards, but you did try something, because if it was just for the rewards, I feel like you should stop it on 700,000. Let me see your squad. I mean, you did try out. You did use it some good units. So you're not exactly casual player. You're a little beyond that. I wanted to check how many hardcore players and average players we will have in the list. We already know the sea is way bigger from Split Conquest. Yeah. Do you think it's 25% global and 75% sea? Or what? INBM says too many banners and not many content. Now that we can open the game only once a day. The lack of events with story, like before, is depressing too. Yeah, this idea of only opening the game once a day will eventually make it so that you don't feel the urge of playing anymore. That's why they didn't want to implement the auto system. But people ask it so much, it's a double-edged sword. Diva will be there. Calm down, sure. Diva? Need to get the 100 gens from this later. Yeah, 100 gens. It's a balancing act. 1% on your Rube. Oh my god. Fights made for Shendu and the meta is Phenom Emperor. But here on the Wells, we always use different units. Some non-expected metas as well. It's like quality dropped since May. May was a problem because they released too many good banners. They skipped bad banners and made everyone feel like they could not have fun. One could say not playing the game that much. One could say the opposite. Use it too much time. They didn't make money rematch at all. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. There's no real answer. One thing will affect the another. I think the issue is not the auto, since it was super boring to having to tap every 15 seconds. My friend used it too. Maybe that got to a point where he got exhausted. He dropped it before they implemented the request system and the real auto system. But he used it to play for 2 years, always clicking repeat. Eventually installed a macro in his cell phone, but he used it to click retry many times. To be honest, I prefer not having the same game open 24/7. Indeed. Allows to play other games and still make progress. You are right. Eventually, you will question your life in a gacha game. Especially if you're playing while having lunch, while having dinner with your family, and you say, why am I doing this? I understand. Happened to me when I was playing too many gachas. Nowadays, it doesn't happen anymore. But some people don't play just this game as well. Have to remember that. But my friends, it is time to go. We spent a little more time discussing stuff. I just want to thank you all for being here. If you want to help the channel, use the links on the description. We are really in need of help to keep the channel running. But if you can't, click the like button. I don't know if you have at least 20 likes. We never had more than 20 people watching. So having 20 likes would be amazing. You only have 15. Well, it's okay. But if you can leave another like, that would be amazing. My friends, it's time to go. I wish you a good night, a good rest. And tomorrow we'll be back to finish this book system, and then later the day to do some banner talk. I just don't know the time because I will be visiting my friend. I don't know exactly the time that I'll be visiting him because they have to tell me that he can be visited. And that is not something that was said yet. They are still, you know, treating the guy. Good night. See you later on the next video or live stream. Goodbye. Testing. Oh, I thought that my microphone was off, but it's not.